I have cross-examined hundreds or maybe even thousands of narcissists, and they have some really weird courtroom habits that scream, I'm hiding something. There's some certain tells that I'm going to share with you in this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm a trial attorney, also a narcissist negotiation expert. I have seen some crazy things in the courtroom with narcissists, or even in depositions or mediations, negotiations, but there's a way that you can tell and things that give them away. If you're new here, subscribe now and hit that bell because we're weaponizing their quirks starting today. All right. And by the end of this video, you're going to know the 5 odd habits that narcissists just can't resist and the psychology behind each, as well as a laser guided way for you to use it for leverage. You're going to get so much value from this because it's really going to help you win and get the resolution that you want. So habit number 1 is they show off the folder flip. All right, so what does that mean? Is they slam a giant binder on a table, counsel table, and then they start flipping random tabs as if they've got ammunition, all right? Why do they do it? It feeds their ego. They think it's intimidating, and it hides the weak substance behind that thick volume. So how do you weaponize it? You can weaponize it by being a silence magnet, right? Let the judge see the theatrics. Do not react. And then ask the magic line. Could opposing party identify which tab supports their claim? They'll scramble and their credibility drops. So if you're so ready to flip the power, I want you to put flip the power in the comments right now so that we all know who the real warriors are in this. We all know that it's you, okay? You're way stronger, and now you're going to be able to spot the tells, all right? So habit number 2 is the whisper loud sigh. They whisper comments to counsel, and then they sigh loudly so that the judge actually hears and takes notice. Now, why are they doing this? They're doing this for passive aggressiveness, right? Be covertly aggressive, provoke you to react, so that they look calm while you appear emotional. How do you weaponize this? Well, first of all, the judge is not going to like it. Judges hate that stuff. And you can always turn to the judge or have your attorney turn to the judge and say, Your Honor, may the record reflect audible commentary from opposing party. I've done that many times. I've done it in depositions. I've done it in hearings, trials. Anytime you have a court reporter there, you can just ask the court reporter. I've actually even said, let the record reflect that opposing counsel is making faces at me, because now the court reporter will note it and they look unprofessional. Habit number 3 is over nodding at the judge. Excessive head nodding or even shaking their head every time there's a question or even an unrelated one. And so why are they doing this? They're doing this to try to win favor, to try to get the judge to notice what they're doing. If they're overly nodding when a judge is talking, they're like brown nosing, basically, fake compliance. And how do you weaponize it? You weaponize it by cross-examination and ask a question with an obvious no answer. Watch their head start to nod. You'll see this incongruent body language with them, right? And then the judge will see the performative agreement. They'll see it turn all into the lies that they are actually telling. Have you ever met somebody, they started off to be the most charming, charismatic person you've ever met in your life. Then they turned out to be your worst nightmare. And then when you go to negotiate with them, they're a living hell. Well, I developed something called the SLAY method of negotiating with narcissists, and it has helped tens of thousands of people in more than 150 countries win, go from feeling drained and defeated to getting the outcomes they want. And the reason why it works is because I spent more than 20 years studying narcissism as a trial attorney, and now I'm here to help you win too, and also take your suffering and turn it into your superpower. Take your pain and turn it into profit, peace, and purpose as a highly specialized, high conflict negotiation coach. If you want to learn how to do it, then just go to RebeccaZung.com/apply, and I will show you how. Habit number 4 is the paper shuffle stall. Anytime they're concerned, they shuffle papers looking for evidence. I've seen opposing counsel do this too. And I even had a client one time say to me, what is it with their like absent-minded professor like persona going on over there? It's not looking good. The psychology is to delay, derail momentum, reset emotions. And how do you weaponize it? You ask the court for a time limit on answers. May the witness be directed to respond immediately unless there's an issue. Offer to provide the exhibit for them, and then you show how you are prepared, and it cuts the stall. Okay. Now, the main thing that you're going to want to do to be overly prepared is documentation. And that documentation needs to be in a certain way, certain categories, so that you can present it in patterns and in really excellent form. Okay. So how do you do that? Start with my Doc the Narc cheat sheet. You can just go right to the QR code right here, or docthenarc.com. It's a couple seconds. And then you're like creating patterns. Their behavior becomes your gift. Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. And then if you want an additional community support, join Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, my free private Facebook group, and you'll get scripts and wins and zero judgment and lots of support. Okay. The 5th habit is the sympathy prop. I call this like the pearl clutching. Oh my God. But guys do it too. Like, the sudden limp, all of a sudden. I had a guy come into the courtroom one time who was an executive who flew all over the world, who is very fine, extremely capable. And all of a sudden he's coming in with a cane to make it look like he's like inches from death. They cry tears, tissues. Maybe they come in with their rosary or something, big cross on. What they're trying to do is trigger a caretaker bias in the judge, like a sympathy trick. Okay. How do you weaponize it? You pause at least 4 seconds. 8 seconds is even more optimal, according to the research. And you resume with a cold fact. On Exhibit D, you label opposing party as the moron. What did you mean by that? Were you emotional then? Are you being emotional now? Instead of like them, the whole prop of like, you've got real facts in front of their face, and then the mask starts to drop off. I want you to think about which ones you might have seen. Is it the binder flip, the frantic shuffle, the loud sigh, the eye roll, the overnod, the paper shuffle, the sympathy? Which ones have you guys seen? I want to know in the comments. And just know that regardless of what they're trying to do, you can counter it. You can counter it with silence, with trap questions, time limits, cold facts, patterns. The way you get started is downloading the cheat sheet, the Doc the Narc cheat sheet. Once you start doing that, then you can use my AI, Slay AI, to auto tag, build exhibits, create attorney agendas, apply the law, all the good things, right? So if you want to know more, make sure that you like this video and you share it. And then you also subscribe here and hit that bell so that you can start weaponizing their crazy chaos before they weaponize you. If you're a renter, this is a no-brainer. You earn points on groceries and travel, so why not on rent? With Bill, paying rent finally pays off. There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, and your next Lyft ride, and more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month, no matter where you live or who your landlord is. Your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to your exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. These include extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, and unique experiences only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to miles and hotel points. Your rent can literally take you places. Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/negotiate. That's joinbilt.com/negotiate. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. That's joinbuilt.com/negotiate. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve aches or discomfort or stress? CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body instead of against it. I have really close family members and friends who have dealt with stress or health issues, really severe health issues, and I have seen this work amazing miracles for them. And what I love about their products is that not only does it help relieve discomfort or stress or sleeplessness, but they're actually third-party lab tested and USDA approved, and they're organic, so they ensure safety and purity. And right now, Negotiate Your Best Life podcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate at your checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate. Running a retail business is no joke. It is a lot to juggle. That's why I love Shopify Point of Sale, and I use it for shop.rebeccazung.com. It brings it all together. Shopify POS is a unified command center that connects your in-store and online operations, even across 1,000 locations. Customers can shop how they want, endless aisles, ship to customer, buy online, pick up in store, and your staff has all the tools they need to close every single sale. And retention matters too. Shopify POS can help turn one-time buyers into loyal fans with personalized experiences and first-party data. And the results speak for themselves. According to EY, businesses using Shopify POS see 22% better total cost of ownership and an average of 8.9% sales uplift. Want more? All right, check it out at shopify.com/negotiate, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/negotiate. The next video that I want you to watch is Stop Doing This in Court and Hands the Narcissist the Win Every Time. So watch that video next. Stop doing this in court. See what the loopholes are that they have, that you might have, and then you can seal them up so that you have a really, really strong, powerful case. Just remember that facts plus pattern crushing tactics win freedom. All right, that's it for today. I will see you in the next video. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life, the one you deserve. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.